welcome to episode 16. Today, I don't even know where we are. I've been driving for 40 minutes one direction and, well, we're at one place at least. Well, for the past weeks, I've had this feeling that I want to explore some more. I'm not really satisfied with the locations that I have. The thing is, we've been starting to go to the same locations over and over again, even though you might not notice it too much, because I'm trying to have a bit of variation in how I interpret the locations. But I really want to do something more. So today I got in the car and, well, I drove for 40 minutes one direction and, well, I'm at some kind of location now. Well, I'm at the location now, and it's looking okay. I'm gonna poke around here for a bit, try to see if I can find an awesome foreground. Else it's just gonna be like a lot of water, not really too much else to anchor the picture. But I think I'm kind of in the perfect spot for the sunset. Let me show you. On the left side there is actually quite a lot of clouds, so it's not going to be too much color there. On the right side it's more open. In the middle we have the most cloud diversity, so that's probably going to work out pretty well, I think. Now I just need to find a foreground. Well, as you can see here, we have these like really nice leading lines, and they're leading straight into the sunset. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put the camera real close here and use these like small rock formations as a leading line. So the composition that I first thought would be good was, well, it was a bit close, and just to the left, after I thought I found the first composition, a good way to incorporate the leading lines, and, well, after I thought I found the first composition, I took a step to the left and I found something completely different, which is going to work a lot better, I think. Let me show you. So okay, here we have the camera. And you see here we have like a nice curve. I don't know if you can see it too good, but yes, it starts here and it goes down and down here. And now I'm just right at the top, so you can see this is where the line ends and that's where the sun sets. So it becomes like a nice leading line all the way down to the water and then into the sunset. So I think that is going to work quite well. So, well, I've added a 4-stop ND filter on as well, so that I can cut down the movement from the water. I want it a bit smoother than it is. The sun is currently looking amazing. Yeah, I'm doing this vertical, which is actually unusual for me. I don't know why, but most of the time I don't think the landscape actually, or the scene actually, interprets well to a portrait. But this one does. I think the ones that do are the ones that have like an extreme range where you want very much of the foreground to come through the picture and also have a bit of the horizon and the sky. Because even with a wide angle, you sometimes just can't get enough of what you actually want in the scene. That means you have to take a few steps back, which can reduce a bit of the depth in the image. But when you put it in a portrait style instead, that kind of solves the problem. The only issue is that you don't get much of what's to the side, but in this case there isn't too much to the side, so it's working out kind of great. So, well, the light has absolutely peaked already. If you can see behind me, it has peaked, and well, I'm just gonna grab a few more shots before I start to head back to the car. Mainly, I do like to take a few shots afterwards too, so that I can really be sure that I captured the best moment possible. And I can also know how much the difference is between the peak and the moment, or the later stages of the sunset. It's quite educational in a way. As I said, most of the light is gone. Well, I'm extremely satisfied with this shooting session actually. I didn't have any hopes actually going out, because when I was driving away from home, it was mostly cloudy everywhere except the direction I was driving, but I was thinking, oh, it's just a small opening in the clouds, nothing gonna come of it. So but I stuck with it and I drove here, but I didn't really know where I was going, as I said in the beginning, and well, I just drove. I didn't really have any location to where I knew I could come to, so I was just looking to the side of the road while I was driving, and then I saw this place where I am now. I saw it as I drove past it, and I thought, if I don't find anything else, I'm going to drive back to this place and I'm going to try to use that. And that's exactly what happened. I drove a bit further on and it wasn't anything more interesting there, and I came to the end of the road, so I turned around, got back here, and I was extremely pleasantly surprised with the foreground I actually found, and the sunset turned out to be amazing, so can't really complain too much about this session. Yeah. It's also actually really refreshing to go someplace new, and it was actually kind of exciting to do something that was a bit unplanned in a way. I know I preach that you should really plan a lot, but it's also kind of fun to not plan. As long as you got to experience, you know what to do if something nice actually happens. And I guess I was a bit lucky. Not really the right word, but let's use it. I guess I was a bit lucky in finding this location actually, so yeah, well, that's it for this episode. See you next week.